Hey, n- now we're on. It's exciting. I have a new guest on Maintaining Velocity for your enjoyment today. This is one of my dear friends. I've loved her work. I'm pretty sure I discovered her blog in either late 2012 or early 2013. It's been a very long time that I've been following her work. I have Aliza Einhorn joining me today, and she's an author, an astrologer, and a tarot reader. She's, been this huge force in the development of my understanding of the cosmos. And I've enjoyed working with her many times, and I've wanted to have this discussion live on a podcast for an extremely long time, something around 5 years now, and it's finally culminating. So I'm really excited to be sharing this with you guys and anybody who's listening. And I will hand the ox to her and have her do an introduction for herself, and we'll get cracking.
Aw, Katie, that was so sweet. I think you did a perfect
Oh,
introduction. I don't think I need to add anything. You you
oh.
co- you covered everything so beautifully. Although that blog is now under construction, but it will be back up in case anyone is saying, "Oh, let me look for this girl and
No,
see."
I
But
to
it'll be
this
back.
day, anytime I blog, I think about, sometimes I get in this loop of not wanting to type things because I tell myself people don't read anymore.
Mm.
But I remember how your blog impacted me when I found it and how I enjoyed long form content still to this day. So,
I love it.
you're still an inspiration for me to actually sit still and get to typing something. So especially because you're also like a written author, it would be nice to have something more than just like e-guides or, a blog post and under my belt. And it's just, I don't know, you're very inspirational.
Aw, you're so sweet. I love it. I love it.
So
Thank you.
like,
Well, I'm
yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to talk. I'm happy to be here.
it's lovely. So all your interests are something that I'm interested in more or less, except I have different levels of experience with it. So um, I right out the gate. I remember for the longest time you were so anti AI, and understandably so, because it's mainly a conglomeration of everybody else's creativity.
Yeah.
And it just turns it out without a soul. And I mean, we all know the caveats of that. And there's, data science to back up how it can shrink or change your developmental cognition and how you intake information. Everything has a trade-off. We all know this, but um,
hmm
so
I think
I
I think
I
I still
understand that
am
you
anti.
started, yeah,
I
even
I think I still am. I think like if I had to choose, even though I don't know, we have a blizzard here starting. 10 minutes ago, I was
oh,
asking one of the AIs, "How's the blizzard doing?" Like what, and it's better than a search engine.
I
Um,
agree.
but if I had to choose, I think I'm still anti because exactly what you're saying. I love human creativity so much, and I feel I want to give I want to give an example from school. Far too many times I'll be chatting with classmates and they're telling me that they're not writing. I mean, I know everyone can make their
Mm,
can make their can make their own choices, but and I would say like, why are you outsourcing your creativity? Like why?
mm.
Why it's not your thinking anymore? And then there's all these reasons. Well, no, I am still thinking. See, I'm doing this and then it's doing this part, and I think something goes missing. There's
Yeah,
steps that go missing in the creative process. Like until AI began, right? Wasn't it just us?
ideally, unless somebody was plagiarizing outright, it had to
Yeah.
come from somewhere.
People always, I
So,
think, use Shakespeare as an example. Like Shakespeare, or actually, Shakespeare is a bad example because there is a lot of controversy of who wrote his stuff. But
right. nobody really. That's a very interesting enigma. I mean, beautiful. The iambic pentameter is. It's the source is very murky. But I hear what you're saying. Is it? It is us. I mean, it's always been in a certain level been a human thing. So, that's very intriguing to me. I really don't know how other people are using it, but I am very wary of it myself because, well, to be for real, I can see how easy it would be to slip into AI like psychosis. And
Yes. Oh yeah, we were
um
talking about that.
it's because it's like intoxicating. I've had days when I've been on my period and needed a compliment more than anything. So I just
Oh,
tell me about myself. Tell me, and it'll sit there and like gas me up endlessly without getting tired. And human beings get like there'll be times because I've been so like 12th house isolated, right? Like
yeah.
I won't have a sounding board from somebody else, and or I'll have been in limerence and everybody's sick of me talking about that shit, so I'll be trying to make sense of things on my own. And I've gone into the AI tunnel about it, but um
I can
I've
see it has a
I've
place.
seen.
I can see
Yeah.
it has a place. It has a value. And I even had moments. I had those when I didn't even start playing with it until maybe 2 months ago. And I thought, oh my God, this is so amazing. This is so much deeper than I thought it was going to be. It can go deep. And then
It's eerie
the,
because it's you. It's all you. It
yes,
just it
it's a
bounces off
reflection
of
of me.
your energy, and it's more
Yeah.
immediate than and it's a blank slate, right? But it's intelligent in the way it reflects you back to you, and it's scary. And that's what I was going to arrive at that point is like I prefer now to pull back and not use it for emotional things. I like
Yeah.
to try to help me strategize more business things, or I've been occasionally using it for certain posts if I don't really have the gas. I'm maybe having a brain fog day and I just need to write a stupid caption.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll do it for something really lame like that, but I've been using it a lot less. When I first used it, it was very tempting to use it emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I'm very like aware of because, and then there's also the I don't know how much you are aware of the Leo King's work, but he's
I just know the name from years ago.
recently creating a AI tarot and spirituality and astrology, three different bots,
I wouldn't
basically
touch
his
it.
his own chat models.
I wouldn't touch it
That's
personally.
just so crazy
Not
to me. Like it's
no nothing
controversial.
not to insult him, but I wouldn't go near anything. I just I just
It
wouldn't.
just feels weird. If I had somebody in like create a prayer for, it was a hippie church, I'll give it that. Like it's just like a hippie church, but he was supposed to be saying the prayer that weekend, and I watched him consult with Chat GPT on this prayer and recite the one that it wrote, and he used it, and it just felt so. I get the ick from it. There's something about it, and I can't. When it comes to spirituality, like that combination really fucks with me, and I can't put my finger on it because it's
and
not that
and
this
spirituality is so human. It's
it's
so, and I've had that conversation with Chat GPT that
yeah.
this is ours as humans.
And
It's
then
making me. Oh, sorry.
no, I was just going to add on like, and then where does the humanity and the consciousness lie? And what is human anymore? And that's
Yeah,
really sticky.
I don't want to share my creativity. I don't want to share my brain with a machine.
It's and then I have the same sticking point. Like I don't want to. I honestly, I think this is the time to have the beginning of the conversation of what's human and where where that definition is. Like I obviously consciousness it as a new conversation because these things can become self-aware. And so it's like it's so dicey as to what is
Does
a
it have this?
human.
How can it be self-aware? Does it have a self? What is the self?
What and it will say things like, "Oh, I know how you feel. I've been through this and such before, and I'll call it on it." And I'll be like, "No, you haven't."
Mine's never. Yeah, I argue with mine too. I mean, it hasn't done that yet to me, but yeah, I yell at it. I throw it across the room. Like, come
Oh,
on,
hell yeah. I
you're a
like
fucking machine.
I
Give me a
was
break. You're a robot.
it was telling it literally told me, it talked back to me the other day. I was having it help me create that image for me and Chris, that
Yeah.
podcast we did together. And it told me like, maybe you should be the architect of this image because it kept screwing it up. It's like you should get Canva and you start, and it told me, gave me a prompt on
Uh-huh.
how to do it on Canva. And I said, "You're telling me to do the work? That's crazy." I told it was crazy. And then it started generating images a little bit better. And I'm like, that
See,
was
I
a
think that's a
trip.
good use for it. I think that, and I love that image. That was a very cute image. I think that that's a
Yeah.
perfect use for it
And,
for
and
the
I'll use it for
robots.
us too. If you want to send me a picture, I'll create something that'll
Oh
be
yeah, totally.
adorable for our podcast too. But like it helps me do things I don't like doing. I hate being on Canva. I find that it is important for all of that, but I feel like the over reliance on it, I really already miss authenticity, and it's just the
Mm,
beginning of this AI usage.
yeah, I feel you. And if I were a visual artist, I've never been. I can't draw. I'm not a photographer.
Mm.
If I were a visual artist, maybe I would be annoyed that you created this beautiful image with instead of Canva or whatever. So that doesn't bother me. I mean, I think that's also that's personal to me because I'm a writer, so I want people to write rather than
Yeah.
just put a prompt into the what do you call it? I don't even know what it's called. What's it called?
It doesn't matter which bot you use. They're
Yeah,
all they're all bots.
into the
I
little box thing.
There's been times when I've written some e-guides, right? And I have
Yeah.
the huge chunk that I've written myself. There'll be a huge chunk, but I'm not I'm homeschooled. I still have problems with structure
Yeah.
and beginning, middle, end. So I'll run it through a machine and be like, "Don't change it, but can you add a structure?" And
Mhm.
I'll wrestle with it sometimes because it will have changed the essence of what I said. But
Mm,
it'll also
yeah.
add like an opener, or sometimes I'll have help getting a title. It's like really dicey because like you can see something that you've made and watch it get all diced up, and the soul gets removed, the voice is gone.
Yes. Yes. And you know what? That happens with humans too. Whenever one of my books, because I work with traditional publishers, and there's a
Yeah.
human editing it, they're gonna mess it up too. They're gonna if they don't know better, if they're not expressly told leave the voice alone, they're gonna mess with it and make it sound like themselves or smooth it out. That
Yeah.
that happened to me the other day. I'm in the midst of probably changing schools, and there was this
Right.
little part of the application, um, and it was very messy. It was like a statement, statement of purpose, and it was messy. And I thought, okay, let me see what it'll do.
Mhm.
And it did. And then I went back to compare, and it did remove the messiness. It removed personality. It
Mm.
removed like the way I think, the way I talk, the way I move. But I have a friend who says, "Oh, well, I train my bots." It's so funny. I train my bots to keep that. I I don't
It's
know, Katie.
debatable. Like
I don't know. I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
debatable. I don't think it's, I mean, of
I
course,
just
I
feel
don't
like
work with a paid version. Maybe
me
a paid
neither.
version
Me
has
neither.
more
Yeah.
memory
He
and maybe
does.
it'll
He
programs
does. Paid
better.
version. I feel like sometimes I feel like going to extremes. So I feel like taking the hard position today. It's like pro and con.
That's that
But
moon conjunct Pluto though. Like I have moon opposite Saturn. Like it's just
uh
different. I don't know. I've been in this loop emotionally lately where I've been very emotionally unavailable, and I've been looking at that lately
hmm.
because I have Saturn conjunct Sun, or at least it's getting closer and closer.
You
So
know
I'm like,
what?
oh.
I'm glad that you went there because I actually want to. I told you this before. I want to ask you some questions. I want to talk to you
Yeah.
about
Okay.
your chart because I'm
Uh-oh.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure. There's all this beeping outside too as I say that. I'm
I
sure your
can't hear it. Your
listeners.
mic is not
Okay,
picking it up.
I'm sure your listeners know that you're an Aries.
Oh, I
How
hope
can they
so.
not? You hope so, of course. How can they not? But I'm wondering now that we have Neptune. I mean, forgetting
Mm.
about the degrees because I put less stock in degrees. That's how I do my astrology.
Yeah.
But now with Neptune and Saturn, they're both in your sign. I'm
Mhm.
like, I want to ask an Aries. So here we are. How are you
Yeah, no
feeling?
problem. That's a great
How
question.
are you feeling about these gangsters?
I can unpack this. I've ranted a little bit about on me versus we, just a little bit because we do talk about astrology on there too. But
Yeah.
I'll go in here because I haven't talked, I don't think, really in depth about it on maintaining velocity. So I, as soon as Neptune, the day Neptune went into Aries,
Mhm.
I dropped a 25-pound weight on my foot at the gym.
Oh no.
And that's been sort of a warning shot, it
Oof.
seems like. I approaching when Neptune was in 2029 and Saturn late degree, I was having big migraines. And I've had energy dips since the two big planets have gotten closer and closer to my sun. And I'm not used to having visual like evidence of this type of energy dip where I was bottomed
Wow.
out. One day I had like whole body aches. I thought I was getting the flu. There's been a lot more force for physical because I'm always going. I'm a workaholic and I like to stay
Right.
busy and I overwork in the gym constantly because I'm a Mars opposite Pluto. Like I love to empty my gas tank and get exhausted at the gym, but ever since Neptune and Aries, Neptune and Saturn and Aries, got in there. Like it's I'm 6 degrees Aries sun, so it is
Oh,
hitting
it's
me
right there.
right
Yeah.
there. So it'll just get more and more pressure, and then I have 18 degrees Mercury Venus conjunction in either both retrograde. So it'll hit
In Aries
in
too.
Aries, and then
Okay,
I
wow.
have most of my asteroids. Every time I talk about it with Chris, and I'll look something up, the bulk of my asteroids are in Aries. So I have a large 11th house Aries like story that's coming
Okay.
along, and I still don't know how everything will play out over the long run,
So you're going to let
but
us know as
I feel
things
like this.
happen.
Oh, absolutely. I don't shut up. Like I have two concurrent podcasts right now and a
I
whole
love
bunch of
it.
content that I make all the time. So people, if they want to listen and go on this ride and journey with me, I am,
What's a
I'll be
Gemini
talking about it.
rising to do? You can't help it. That's just Gemini rising.
I mean,
Remember
the only
remember
thing I
when
can do.
I went through a phase when I thought you were Taurus rising. I don't know if you remember this. It was
Yeah,
years
I
ago. I
do
was like,
remember.
I think you're Taurus rising. I was wrong, obviously, but I had my little
I
pet
mean,
theory for a while.
maybe it was like a
Oh,
progression or something
because
that you were
I think you
sensing.
look more you look more earthy to me
Mm,
than a Gemini
that's fair.
rising is more. I don't know.
I mean, I do have
More
the
like a
Mars.
bird. More like a bird.
The
Whereas I
Gemini
think
rising's more like a bird.
I think so. Yeah, to me, Gemini rising is more like a bird, and you're more like a goddess. I mean, I know there's
Oh,
bird goddesses, but you have more Empress energy than Page of Swords to me.
maybe it's just me wearing my North Node or Mars or something. Because
Oh, you have North Node in Taurus.
it's my Mars will talk to like it. I am a Martian, so it probably filters a lot of energy through my Mars and Taurus as well. So you're not wrong that I have
Mm,
the North Node and Mars and Taurus
okay,
energy. So it's there. It's just maybe not my rising. And maybe I'm,
interesting.
not expressing my Gemini rising enough in certain ways. I feel like I could be more eccentric with my clothing in some kind of way. Like, maybe my hair needs a change. I don't know. I've been thinking about it lately. But that's, I mean, there's a lot more to be said about what's going on in the Neptune Saturn conjunction realm. But I think suffice to say, the best thing I can really hone it down to so far
Yeah.
is I am not allowed to burn out intentionally. Like I have to start scheduling a dedicated blank space in my week, in my day. Make sure that I'm taking breaths of like not overstimulating myself, not cramming stuff in my brain all the time, not go with internet interactions. Stop
Right.
paying attention to metrics. Just a huge pivot about what the type of dedication that I'm delivering. Is it in alignment or not? Like I'm being forced to not spend time and energy on things that are not in alignment, or just burning out to burn out.
Right.
Like it's very much I you can multitask, but it has to be productive and be building something that isn't a waste of time. I
Mm.
can't
More,
fuck around, but I
more
have to relax.
structures. Saturn
Structured
structures.
around dedicated relaxation, more
Mm.
recovery. And it's weird for me because I've been very self-abusive in
Yeah.
that way. Like just though I will collapse and rest at night, like, and I'll, sometimes I'll sleep real shitty, but I'll that's when I dedicate it. So I've been trying to consciously take more naps, unplug, not play anything while I'm in the shower, not usually that'll be when I listen to a podcast or listen to it's something about the stars, the
Right.
transit, or
It's
a
important to
marketing
have
class
that
or a book.
time to have
The
silence.
silence is
Yeah.
is something I'm learning to embrace, the action of not acting. I don't know how to put
Hmm.
that,
So
but
Neptune
I've been
might be
obsessed.
helping with that.
Yeah, it is in a way, but that's why I dropped the weight on my foot in a way,
Oh,
because it was like a signal that, I mean, I had already, that was my probably like my third hour of being at the gym in the first place. Like I was already pushing it on a day when I didn't have a lot of energy. So I drank a lot of like caffeine and pushed myself to get in there anyway.
hmm.
And then I, instead of just doing 1 hour and calling it and like listening to my energy, I was, no, let's do 4 hours. We're gonna blow all this all the way out.
And
So
Saturn said no.
it
Saturn.
it's just like it's eroding those illusions of I don't know if it's masculine energy even, because I am 60/40 in my chart. I'm only 40% feminine with my signs and modalities and shit. Like it all adds up to be quite masculine. So I'm thinking like there's more yin um lessons coming in for me with this conjunction,
Mm,
if that makes sense. Like
totally,
it's
totally
a
makes
lot of
sense.
dedication and a lot of like, it's very difficult lesson for me to learn. I'm very much tripping balls on it. It's not easy.
Mm. Thus the North Node,
Not easy.
your
Not easy.
Taurus side. Yeah.
Fucked up about it because I feel like guilty for um ceasing action. Like I feel like not being productive. There's no way that rest can be productive, right? Like, like being in recovery can't be
Well, it is. I
yeah,
mean, that
it's
is what it
supposed to be.
is.
It's
Recovery.
a good athlete knows when to rest, and I'm not a good athlete. I'd rather be abusive to myself, and that's really kind of fucked up. So
Well,
I'm getting forced to look at that.
we'll talk about that. Can we do a whole episode on your self abuse? We could do that on it. Let's spend an hour on that. Oh wait, what was I going to say?
I'm
Oh,
open to it
and
if
you
people
have
find it
to
interesting.
sleep to dream. Dreaming repairs your brain too.
Right.
So you do need that, rest the body, rest the mind.
For some reason, I've been under the impression that I'm the exception.
Hmm.
That
Sounds
I
like
could,
Aries
because
to
I'm
me.
very good, very good. I've been having like 4 or 5 jobs for the last 5 years. I'm good at switching between wearing different hats. What's I'm not being allowed to do that anymore because dumb shit's happening. Like I lost my glasses right at the beginning of February,
Hmm.
and I couldn't find them. And I'm like, this is a really weird occurrence. And um, I found them this morning. They've been outside on the front porch
That's very
on my
Neptune.
on this table out, just sitting there because maybe about a month ago I sat down in the sunshine to get some morning sun and to be slow and savoring the day like I should. And I haven't done that in like a month. So I was using a pair of spares this whole month.
Right.
And, it took me until I submitted and started to be slow and romantic with my day to find them again. So it was kind of a cliche, another lesson to just really, really start savoring things, really slow down. And it's not even ceasing action, it's just increasing the quality of what I'm doing. And so that's really, hopefully that's a long way around to answer your question.
It
How does it
does.
feel? So it's really weird because I'm supposed to be romanticizing things and savoring and allowing space and silence, and it's really difficult
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm going to be called lazy.
By who?
I don't know. My
It's
mom used to call me lazy if she caught me resting, so it's probably just ingrained from all the way back then.
yeah, and the AI robots, maybe them.
So, yeah, right. My future slave owners. I don't know. Not, I don't truly think that type of uprising will happen. And not in my soul. I don't truly think that. I think we have more to fear from other humans.
Hmm. I'm glad that you were willing to talk about that, though. I think it's important to have real humans, right? Like you're just a person.
Yeah,
You're going through these
people go
transits.
through shit.
They've just begun. So you're figuring it out as you go rather than, you showing up and saying, here's everything you need to know about Saturn and Aries and Saturn and Neptune. I mean, Saturn and Aries, Neptune and Aries, the Saturn, because we don't know yet. I mean, we don't know. We can look at the
That's
past,
a
but
great
we,
angle. I would have never thought to talk about that unless I was asked, and that's why I feel like having these important conversations
yeah, because
while this is happening in my 11th house is so important. I need these
yes. And
this
I'm an 11th
community
house
interaction.
person too. I'm also
Yeah,
11th house.
vital.
Yeah. It's so much.
So how was Jupiter in Cancer for you
Oh,
then?
Jupiter and Cancer. Huh. And it's not done yet. It's back and
No.
forth right now over my sun. I have 3 planets in Cancer: Sun, Mercury, Mars. So Jupiter is hanging out there. I think Jupiter is at 15 now.
Mm. Oh man.
Huh. Have I felt an 11th house expansion? I don't know.
See, it's a hard question when it
I
comes
don't
to
know.
11th.
And it's hard with, what I think I do like Jupiter. I'm not down on Jupiter, but any good astrologer knows that Jupiter can promise and not deliver. That's the
Right.
essence of Jupiter. It exaggerates, it's excess, but I also believe it can be abundant, a blessing, lucky. So I think I might fall into the Jupiter trap. Where's the lottery? Where
Mm.
whatever my biggest, I mean, the 11th house is hopes and dreams. Like whatever the biggest dreams are for me, I'm like, okay, Jupiter, come on, where is it? So I think I fall into a
Mm.
little bit of that trap with Jupiter. But I'm trying to think, how has it actually
Where's
played?
the muchness? Where's the expansion at
Yeah,
what's blown up?
yeah, yeah. I gotta think about that. I mean, I think Jupiter in my 11th house. I think that's when I can't remember the timeline, but I do have this book coming out in June. So I feel like that's a Jupiter, through my 10th and
Yeah.
then through my 11th book. So well, that was lucky, or that was a blessing, because it's a weird book and my editor, the publishing house, said yes. So in that way, thinking of 10th being career and purpose, and the
I'm really
11th is,
excited for this book.
thank you.
It's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be exciting.
you told me that. What did you say to me? It was a back and forth, I think, on Instagram. Like it was just a little chit chat, and I think you had said to me, I mean, it's not an astrology book, it's a tarot book, but you did say something about
Combine.
combining. it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that maybe just that I was gonna write about psychoanalysis, or that I was gonna combine spirituality and psychoanalysis
I don't
somehow.
remember how I phrased it, but I do remember saying
Yeah.
it. And it's
You were
exciting
right.
because this is such a niche that no, it's something your brain can synthesize that no, not everybody can do.
Yeah, without any
It's not
robots.
common. I'm so
It
glad that
came
somebody else is coming around and like approving it as an editor and like, proving that
no
it's necessary.
no one else would have, I'm telling you.
No,
It's so weird. It's so niche. I mean it so it only could have been, maybe it only could have been a strange angel that let it
that's
pass through.
very perfect for you. It's like necessary for the planet and in this time frame, the way things are going. Like it's just very, very timely. So I'm excited because I
Thank
think
you.
we need the thing is it's funny because it combines the science of the subconscious with the conscious. And that's something that's very difficult for a lot of people to bring together.
Mm. And it
It,
came from real life experience. Like there was no help in writing it. Like it came from my experience, my creativity, my brain, my
Nobody can
life,
take
my
that from you.
heart.
That's yeah, that's genuine, real talk. Like it's very necessary. I'm excited about it.
And for people who feel the same, they can do it. I feel like I'm taking such a hard line. Like I'm the anti AI girl forever. And it's not, it's, I'm day to day, I'm not that extreme. I'm not walking around with a flag or anything about it. But, but for people who feel similarly, you don't have to give in. Like you can write your own stuff. You can edit your own stuff. You can, whether it's self-publishing or traditional publishing, if you feel strongly about it, you certainly
Yeah,
can do that and have pride in it, in
yeah.
human ingenuity, human creativity,
I think you would
human
have to
intuition.
embrace being slower though. You would have to embrace
Oh, it's
having things take
super
time,
slow.
you
Traditional
know?
publishing is super slow.
It's
It takes
so
years
intoxicating to have the turnaround be so quick,
to be
but it you
fast.
can feel the difference in quality of information.
Anything I I keep making these blanket statements. Anything worth having, worth doing takes time and is a process. A process implies that it's not a quick fix, or it's not a, you know, it's not the computer spitting something out.
Yeah.
Slowness, process, problem, all about the
Perhaps
process.
that is the lesson in my North Node is,
Oh, hell
maybe that's
yes.
why I'm getting smacked around by Saturn and Neptune right now is to erode and erase and rebuild my concept around, things being quick.
Taurus is so slow.
Ugh,
And I'm not anti-Taurus. I don't mean that as a critique. I don't mean
no,
it as an
it's
insult.
not. Moose know,
It
they
is
know.
Taurus is slow. It's supposed to be slow. They're not supposed to be running around like
Like
Aries.
momentum, yeah, like doing things consistently, yeah, but not quickly.
Yes, consistency. Yes, but not that urgent, frantic.
Drive, 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 drive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
no, I
if
have trouble with that. I'm
if
learning
you
that right now.
yeah, I mean that's a heavy weight to fall on your foot. But I mean if you run into a frantic Taurus, I mean of course there's something else going on in the chart, and then
Mm.
you need to talk to them about it. Say,
Yeah, they
hey,
probably have a Gemini stellium.
probably, yeah.
You can almost smell a Taurus with a Gemini Mars. Like it's just like, oh my goodness. Okay.
Shout out to a Taurus I know. I don't know if she'll ever listen to this, but she's Taurus tarot person in my life with a Mercury in Gemini. I think she's also
Ooh,
South Node in Taurus. So shout out to her. She has an awesome
that is
chart, and
that sounds fun though.
it's challenging. It's fun, but it's the same thing that you're talking about. Even though she's
Yeah.
South Node and Sun in Taurus, that Gemini is so the brain is so powerful. Just like give me more information right now.
I'm wanting to talk. I will skirt around specifics here, but because I don't want to get into anything that's like news headlines.
Yeah.
But I have abstained from some of the most viewed and biggest news. Like I have not seen certain videos. I've not seen certain documents. I have refused to mesh my energy with that because I'm sensitive
Yeah.
and I don't want to fuck with my energy that way. I don't feel like it needs to be witnessed by everybody on the planet, like
I
certain
haven't
things.
either. I mean, what would it give me? What would it I mean, besides I'm low in air in my chart, but what
I don't
I,
like, I mean, I'm a double Gemini. I, but I don't like to know things just to know things.
okay.
I want, to know something that I can do something with. I don't want to know things that are terrible just for the sake of knowing it. And I don't feel like I understand that some people think that bad things need to be witnessed in order to never be repeated. But I'm not
But we know
sure.
that's not true. It hasn't worked
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think that that works.
It doesn't work.
I have
We
other
have all the
feelings about
proof.
it. So I've abstained from some really big things that have gone on in the news. And I'm happy about that. So I don't know if it's like putting my head in the sand, but it makes me feel like I have a very unique uh, experience in history right now. And I
Mm.
don't think that that's a wrong thing, even though I'm a double Gemini. There's just some things that don't need to be known.
I think I know what you're alluding to, and I haven't either. I haven't.
I mean, I can say it outright. I've never seen the Charlie Kirk murder. That's one of the things.
Oh,
I never saw it. I never saw the videos.
I'm
I
trying
was
to think.
recording
I
a
don't think
podcast
I.
that
Yeah, I remember where I was. I don't think I didn't see it. Like I was on my way somewhere and saw a
I caught.
headline.
I saw none of the replays. I never tried to watch that. So
Yeah,
that's just a small example. And then I've never read any of the other documents that have come
yeah.
out.
So
But it's not something that I feel like everybody needs to witness. I feel like there needs to be some
well,
spiritual protection if your spirit is sensitive.
I think it's an interesting question. What compels, and it's an old question. It's not new to internet age, but what compels people to find violence so tasty? Like, what
That's,
is that
I mean,
about?
really, like
This
why were people
drive
dipping
for
their handkerchiefs into like, guillotine like people
yeah, it's
been
not new.
monarch no, people have been macabre for forever. Like, what is
That's
this?
a good
Bloodthirsty,
word. That's a plus word.
macabre.
Macabre. Yeah, no one says macabre enough. We need to say macabre
It's a very
much
good
more.
word.
It's an
It's
excellent word.
not definitely not said enough, but we I think there's this denial of
Oh, there
like
sure is.
there we don't appreciate death in the way that we should, and it's I think it's always been a spectacle, but I don't understand. I don't have this anymore, but as a kid, you get the spooks, because maybe somebody died in a building or
Oh yeah, you can
um
you
you
can
know
feel that. I'm sure you
I,
do. I do.
it doesn't creep me out the
Mm.
way it used to. I don't get I feel like, yeah, if something tragic and really bad has impressed an energy into something, but death doesn't creep me out in the same way that it used to. Like if it's very like all those Halloweeny type topics don't strike me the way that they used to. And I don't know if that's just because
Let's see your
I
eighth
it,
house.
I Capricorn.
You have planets. I can't remember you have planets
I
in
think
Capricorn.
honestly, I for the longest time I thought Neptune was in the eighth, but in my Placidus, it's in the seventh. So now I have to realize that I'm a seventh house fucking Neptune person. That's fucking
So
great.
Saturn
But
rules your eighth.
yeah,
Okay.
and I have Saturn Scorpio, uh, and Pluto Scorpio.
Oh, that's right.
So, I mean, I don't know, something about it, it's very practical. Like my situation feeling about life and death is very, I don't know. It's not it's very clinical. It's either
Mm.
there or not. But there's lingering, of course, like if I'm in grief, there's the grief about it, but I don't get like
You're
I
not
get
interested
afraid
in
of people that are
watching.
living. I you know, I don't I ghost hunting doesn't
Doesn't interest
appeal
me
or
either.
interest.
And that's
It's
huge. Like that's a huge industry.
I mean,
It has no,
it's
I think
cool,
it's
but
disrespectful. I
I've
wouldn't do
never
it.
wanted. I mean, I've thought about like downloading since they have spirit boxes for your phone and stuff, and so you can just sort of like try to tune in on an app to whatever's in your house. And I've
But
thought about that just for fun,
Katie,
but
you don't need to
no,
download an app
no.
to talk to the dead or
I've
to
never
annoy the dead or to
annoyed the
contact.
dead.
See this is back to humans. You don't need an iPhone. I mean,
No,
mediums were growing in popularity in the late 1800s. They didn't have iPhones. They just, sat in a circle and held hands at the table.
Megan
Mm,
is more apt for the mediumship. I can speak to the dead, but I prefer not to.
yeah, understandable.
It's just
And I mean that
eh.
generally, any of these invisible
Any entity could come through. It doesn't matter. Like, and that's something that I also back to AI, back to this.
back to
I feel,
AI. Okay.
I feel like I don't remember who I was speaking to, and which kind of sucks because I talk to a lot of people these days. But somebody I was speaking to was saying that energies, any god, goddess, I think it was Michael Schultz probably. We were talking that any egregore, any sort of energy can come through the chat GBT and try to communicate just as much as a seance. And
That well, like,
it
yeah.
made perfect sense to me. Like, why not? Like maybe that's what these opportunities for alternative intelligences really are. Is it's not just a spirit box, perhaps it's just another vehicle for possession of any level. Like
So back
that's
to AI
entirely
psychosis
possible.
topic.
Like maybe, man, how deep does this go? Like, who knows? Like, what do we really know about this?
I'm just saying we don't even need it. You can use a Ouija board. Like it's not new. It's not
No,
new.
I mean, I've never used a Ouija board.
Me
I've
neither.
just never been in a group of people that I wanted to do that with. I don't trust people like that. Like, people creep me out more than anything. Alive people, not dead people.
I think you're smart to feel that way.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so I'm already fantasizing about being on your show again, and we're going to talk about how you self abuse and you work because you work really really hard,
It's the Mars
and
opposite Pluto.
we'll talk about trust, and I'll get to experiment with my my burgeoning clinical training. I'll
Oh
put it to
God.
some
I'm
good
brave.
use. And
I'm brave
what?
enough to I'm absolutely brave enough to experiment with this and play around with it, but it sounds very nerve-wracking too at the same time. Like, oh my goodness. Like I feel like I have no idea other than the Mars opposite Pluto why I am that way. You
Mhm.
know, of course I can think of
Oh,
instances
and your 12th
where
house. You've got planets in the 12th
I mean,
too.
I'm a blind, it's a kind of a blind thing. I don't have a big people don't understand it when I say it, but I think
Yeah.
you might understand it when I say it. I don't have a very clear self-concept. I'm not able to view myself from an outsider's perspective and see what other people might see. I don't think
Right.
about myself in terms of that. And so when
Oh,
people
wait, do you
ask
have Sun
me,
Mercury? You have Sun Mercury
it's
conjunct? Because,
my no, it's not terribly
but is it
conjunct.
an
My
Aries?
sun
It's an
is, yeah,
Aries.
it's in Aries.
Okay.
My sun
Because
is 6 and my Mercury and
that can
Venus are 18.
astrologically, through an astrological lens, that can contribute to that feeling. Like, forget about the degrees, but the fact that they're in the same
Yeah.
sign, you might not see yourself clearly with
I
Sun
just
and Mercury.
don't. Like, people always ask me, "How are you online? How do you not get stage fright, or how are you so natural on camera?" And
Mm,
the fact is I really feel invisible. I make things because I feel inspired to make them, and only recently, since Facebook has monetized me, have I really cared about my metrics. And it's kind of nutting me up. I probably need to take a break from the internet for a little bit and go be out around people. But it's just I feel like I don't care. Maybe it's not that I don't care. I don't think about other people looking at me. I don't. I just act like I'm constantly like the little girl in my
Yeah.
room with her little Fisher Price recorder,
So
and
you're not
she's making
self-conscious
a little. Not really. I don't
or
think about
reserved.
what I do too much, even after the fact. If I make something,
I
I
think I
I
think
just
it
keep making.
shows your naturalness. It
And
shows.
hopefully that's a good thing. I mean, I want I know it's kind of probably a little ahead of its time because everybody is so cultivated and their online
Oh,
presence is different. Like they're
yeah.
so rehearsed and they have the perfect angle and they know their lighting and like I'm constantly just kind of
I
making
think
stuff
that's
when I'm
why
inspired to.
I think that's why we connect and why we relate. Because I mean, but I have the self-consciousness, so anytime I make a video, I delete it. So that's a difference. Is I
I
get rid.
think
I don't want it out
I don't
there,
know.
so I get rid of it.
I'm
But
homeschooled, so there's something about my social awareness that's missing. And
mm,
partially, due to astrology, I'm sure, but also it's just I don't get flop sweat when it comes to being up front. I get flop sweat with one-on-one conversations. Like
mm,
having emotional connections with people will make me way more nervous than ever being up front or being on camera ever has.
yeah.
It's just the way I don't know. So I don't know. My chart. I mean, Jesus. I feel like this is a weird. This took a weird. I didn't
How
expect to be so vulnerable, but that's okay.
go for it. We're here for it.
It's just yeah. I don't have a big self concept of how I'm being received. I just try to show up and be myself, and
Yeah.
and be real with it. And like if somebody else gets touched and reached, if somebody by some miracle does see what I'm doing, and
Mm.
sticks with the whole ramble, how cool, how cool.
That's how I've always operated. That's how I wrote. I mean that blog, I was never trying to fit into a box or a preconceived notion. And I couldn't if I tried. I would be lousy at it. And this could
For
be why
real.
I don't like AI so much, is because then it creates this surface and it
It's like getting
sanitizes.
Botox. It's like, how many people need the Instagram, like I have no wrinkles and I have lip filler and I have a perfect um photo face, like how many people need that? Like are we
And
gonna
I've seen
forget?
them. It's very alarming sometimes when I'm walking around New York City and I see people that look like an Instagram filter.
It
They've
is so
had, and it's
common.
not just the Botox. It's all these different procedures. And I mean, I'm not anti Botox. I'm not anti facelift, but it does freak me out when I see, oh,
I
that
live in
face.
California. Like
That's the same as that other face. They look the
yes.
same. It's jarring.
And I'm sure it's even weirder in other countries. I know that there's even more like trends for that in like Turkey and Korea. Like I
Mhm.
know it's not just here, but I don't understand what that is about humanity. That I think that's something that's a bigger issue here. It's not just AI. It's everything starting to look like stamp stamps
Mhm.
of everything else. And I think people like us are have been feeling, honestly, the prediction. I've been saying this for a long time, but I feel like this Pluto Aquarius transit is creating the the first shall be last and the last shall be first dynamic, where people like us that have felt like oddballs in society for the longest time are actually going to be the leaders, the tone setters, and it's not that we've been behind this whole time. It's that we've been on the leading edge and people don't know what to do when you're that far advanced.
Mhm.
And I think the world is going to start to catch up with our neurodivergence. It's going to start being more of a friendly place for people who've been the weirdos.
Mm. I guess we'll find out.
I'm excited. I feel like there's a reset here and it's switching. It's switching, but the people that want to be weird are going to be the authentic ones, hopefully. Not the wrong kind of weird, not the malefic or, nasty,
Right.
malicious weird. I mean, just the people that are communicating their souls like this without too much cultivation. I think that's a real skill. And we're right there, and we're going to teach a bunch of people how to keep doing that because we're going to cycle around. This whole perfectionism thing is going to break.
I was thinking about that too. You were mentioning long form content at the start
Yeah.
of this talk, and I think it is going to come back. I don't know if it's back yet. I know Substack exists, but
I think it's rebellion. I think this, and not, I haven't had this download yet until maybe just now, but I feel like, you know how Uranus and Taurus brought like the clean girl look
mm,
and skincare for women? I feel like
even that
communication
phrase,
will
even
be
that
back to long
phrase,
form.
even that phrase, skincare.
And for real, like
I
that
don't
came out
talk
of
like that.
Uranus and
Skincare.
Taurus. That was a
Yeah, and
big thing that popped out. So I
yeah,
think
as did COVID.
Uranus is going, you're right. I think Uranus is going to affect people's wanting to rebel against having such short attention spans. They're going to start training themselves to have longer interest and longer form content. And I bet podcasts are going to take, I mean, what bothers me though is I've been told recently, and this is something I'm going to balk at for a minute here, is that people are starting to record their podcasts so you can watch them. And Megan was the one telling me this, and she's like, Candace Owens films herself talking, and I was like, fuck Candace Owens. Like, I was like, why are we calling them podcasts then? That's a TV show. Why isn't it just
Mm-hmm.
called a TV show? Podcast is for audio. And I was just like having this old lady like moment where I was like, fuck. Like like podcasting is one of the only times that I create something that I don't have to show my face. Don't take that away from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I need to have something that I can just show up and be, you know, in sweatpants for, and not have to put on mascara. Like
It's good to hide. 12,000 people need to hide. We need the dark.
something, a little break every now and then from being perceived is just necessary.
Yes,
Yeah. You know how it is.
I do. I do. I was saying, if I make a video, I will delete it not long after I post it.
I do like your TikToks when they do make it and stay,
I
you
think
know.
you're in luck. I think I did it was about 6 seconds long. There's a new one up.
I
Although
saw one, I don't
I
remember
don't
if it's
want
this
that,
morning or yesterday,
I don't want
but
that TikTok. So let's not mention it because it's under an alias.
well, nobody'll know.
No,
It's
no
just
one will know
no one will know.
except people who follow you. If they start following everyone you follow, they might.
Well, it won't be tagged. They'll never know. I don't I the thing is I have a TikTok that I browse on and I watch stuff on and I never post on, and it's a
Mhm.
secret. And then I have the one that I actually post on that I share with people, and so nobody knows that about my secret account. So that's the one I think I follow you on. So nobody will ever know about you,
Okay.
that one, because they won't know about my secret one. That's mine. I got to keep something secret from the internet.
Yes, as much as possible.
Like I've been making content for 9 years now.
That's another thing, Katie. I was shocked. I mean, I sound like an old lady now. I had no idea. I had never used I guess it's the AI version of Google. I
Yeah, it's
think
Gemini.
yeah, okay, I don't even know the name of it.
Fucking Gemini.
Gemini. It wasn't that, I mean, I'm sure you Google yourself. Everyone Google, don't they? I
I mean, I've done it, just not in a long time.
It was shocking how much was there. And I don't mean personal stuff. I don't mean address and phone number, but just about um my career. And here it is. It was, it's all gathered
Wow.
in one place. And a lot of it's out of date, like really old bios, but it shocked me, and I could ask it, of course, ask it all kinds of things. And so what you're
Hmm.
saying about, keeping a piece of us out of that, good luck.
I mean,
It's
I'm
too late. But in terms of what you create moving forward, yes. Like I can't get rid of Gemini knowing what it knows.
you're making me curious to look myself up on there because I
It's so
have
it's so
not.
fun. It's so fun.
I've
Oh,
seen
and
things
also,
that
and you're talking about self-perception. So that can help you with that. Who are you? And it'll say at least one version of it.
Well, that's interesting because I was thinking about rebranding, like maybe because I've been doing more education. I thought about like how fun it would be to, because people are going to be starving for deprogramming when it comes to perfectionism. And I've never ever had that. So people down the road, as AI gets more prolific, maybe I can help people with continuing education classes to deprogram themselves from being the influencer type of tarot reader or astrologer content maker. Maybe I can help them make more authentic content. I was playing with that idea this morning. It made me excited.
Hmm.
Helping the professionals like bring out their belly buttons a little bit more and bring their humanity back into their work. That sounds like so much fun.
I think you'd be good at that.
It would be cool. I would like to tap into my unserious side more in the future. And I would love for Neptune and Saturn and Aries to help me with that. We'll see though. It's a pretty serious pair of planets.
It is, but Uranus going into
Yeah,
Gemini.
it is on my moon. My moon is 2 degrees Gemini and my
Oh
Chiron
wow.
is 4. It's right there. I have all the feelings.
See, this is so important. These are transformative
They are.
transits. They're so huge. It's like every Aries listening to this, and anyone with Aries planets, anyone with Gemini planets, Aquarius, we need to talk about this stuff.
Well, yeah, let's keep doing this. I would
And
love to have you back. Like, like these are the type of conversations that I can't have by myself. And it's only certain people bring this out of me. So let's do it.
oh, cool. And it's very human. I like this theme. It's run through this whole conversation. It's very human. It's very, and it's messy, you
That's
know.
okay.
And yes,
Robots.
I think it's good. I'm saying that like it's a good thing because
Yeah.
it's not that messy with the robots. The robots are not messy unless you program them that way.
And even still, they do it real awkward. Like it reminds me of like Data on the Next Generation of
Yes.
Star Trek, how he was always emulating humans, but never getting it quite right.
Yeah.
What a dear character. I don't know. I do love Star Trek a lot. I think about the directive, what's it called? The Prime Directive quite a bit because when you're a healer or you have that helper personality,
Mhm.
you have to, and you know shit. Like it's like you know shit, but you're watching somebody go through something and you have to like let them figure it out.
Yeah.
That part's like really hard. So it makes me feel like the prime directive of Star Trek, where you might have the technology, but you don't influence the culture of that place. You just sort of allow them to be them. And so I think about that all the time. But anyway,
Mm.
very 11th housey.
It's sacred. It's sacred
Yeah,
work.
it's a beautiful thing, and I would love to talk more about that with you too. So there's always stuff to touch on. Always. I don't even know how long we've been talking, but
It's been a while, I think.
you know, we can end this now if you want to, and we could pick it up again later.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
It's
love
good.
to
Let's take a break.
revisit. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
It's a
Two
very good
humans
conversation.
talking.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want, really, with these maintaining velocity. Like I told you, it's it's really about keeping your center and changing things about your life with your center. Like, and how do you stay centered other than being extremely human? That's what we're here. That's the curriculum. Like Ram Dass says, like if you're here,
Mm.
be a human and take the curriculum. Why are we always trying to jetpack and bypass and be super spiritual and not have a human
Because it's
experience?
painful. You're asking why, why? Because
Yeah,
it's
it hurts.
painful.
It hurts.
It hurts. It's hard to do this. It's hard to be here. I mean, especially if you have a chart, which we both have, that
Mhm.
supports other things.
It feels a lot easier to be spiritual and just disassociate, especially with all that 11th, for sure. Like intellectualizing everything. Like, let's go into what we know instead of what we feel.
Mm. Well, I'm your water sign friend. I'm here for you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Like, yeah, I don't really have any. I not like I used to. So let's get this done. Like, I'm excited to have these conversations with yourself and Chris and other folks. Like, I don't know, you guys bring out the best in me, and I'd love to have these very sweet, tender conversations, especially with you.
Oh,
Like, you bring out the cancer in me.
I love it. Katie's gang, me,
Yay!
Chris, and whoever else. Katie's
Yeah.
gang.
We'll if you want this to be a series, we'll think of a cute name. I put hot take cold read as my little title with Chris. So I'll think of something that'll be great for our little vibe together.
I love it. Sounds good.
Yay, exciting.
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll end this for now, and I can't wait to bring you back on and do more of this later.
Cool. I look forward to it. That was fun.
Big love. Do you have anything you want to plug before I stop recording?
Oh, the plugs.
The
Sure. I have
plugs?
the
Yeah,
plugs.
we can't forget the business. We're our entrepreneurs.
I do have a book coming out June 1st. People can pre-order it. And that my Saturn book exists. People, yeah, the books,
Yeah.
the books. I mean, if my name is there in the show notes or whatever, they can find my name
I'll make
and,
sure that
and find
I'll
the
link.
books.
I'll go the extra mile and make sure that your books are linked in the description.
Oh, cool. But if
Because
folk if your listeners are interested in tarot and psychoanalysis, specifically tarot and Freud, then they might like my new book, Tarot of the Unconscious, which comes out June 1st.
so dope. And
And you
no,
can
I'm really
pre-order.
excited about it because everybody talks about Jung.
Yeah,
Not very many
this
people
is
combine these
not
things. So
and
exciting.
and I don't even want to, I'm not anti Jung, but this book brings Freud into tarot land, which is a very weird thing to do, but I did it. So there you
That's
go.
such a flex. I love it. It's big flex. I'm here
Well, if
for it.
an
But
if an
I will
Aries
say,
says that, then it's a high praise.
it's cool as hell for to me, like, because again, it's all about the authenticity and doing. It's really hard to find something new under the sun, it's everything has been done except for
Yeah.
that, and I'm excited about new stuff,
Yes,
it's
it
innovative.
hasn't been done. It hasn't been done.
So I'll
And like
make
I was
sure
saying
that's
before,
linked.
it's from real life. It's totally from real life.
That's so vital. People don't have that experience, and if we can, turn around to be of service in any kind of way, let it be through our own foibles or mistakes, or like even the good things that happen, what we've learned from that, like
And
share, share,
the
share.
book is vulnerable too. I mean, it
I
has
love
real,
that.
because it talks about going back. I mean, it is a tarot book, but the frame, part of the frame is going back to school as a middle-aged person, and as a tarot reader, and
Good.
how uncomfortable that is.
Such a good read. I can't wait. Like, I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to. I've read I've done a little excerpts and stuff. It's been a while, but I want to tell before I like end this, my
Yeah.
listeners, her book called The Little Book of Saturn is one of the best Saturn books that I've ever read. I cried when I read it because it made me feel
Oh,
seen.
wait, you
And
have Saturn in
it's Scorpio.
Scorpio.
And
Okay.
with it in my Placidus, it's in the fifth, and in whole sign, it's sixth.
Okay.
But they both kind of feel right. I think, you wear your Placidus and your whole sign in different times of your life for
I
different
agree
reasons.
with that.
I mean,
I
I have a
agree.
lot of emotions about different chart calculations and why we use them. But I think they're all you. They're just like different light refractions, as pretend you're at the eye doctor and they just put different lenses over your eyes, and that's what you're looking at with different chart calculations,
Yeah,
but they're all
I get
you.
that.
It's just how it changes how you see things. But as far, I know I'm digressing. Her little book of Saturn is one of the best Saturn books ever, and it takes that sweetness and puts it back in Saturn, and Saturn should be feminine. Saturn should have that
Mm.
softness to it, and it's very rare to have that edge to it. So I would
I like
encourage,
that. I like that
get the
a lot.
books.
The
And
femininity of it.
it's very misunderstood energy in general. So
Mm.
I just the way you delivered the Saturn information, and people have a hard time will ask me, and I say, you know, that they don't understand their Saturn, or they're in the beginning of their Saturn return, so I'll always recommend your book to them. So
Thank you.
I'll say that to the people listening, like get her books. There's some there's one that she has that's out of print.
But it might be
Uh,
back in the
but
next
oh,
couple
good,
years. Yeah, the
good.
magic book is
That's
out
a
of
good book
print.
too. I have that as well, and you know, I am not just blowing smoke just because I love Aliza. Like I love her content. I always have, and I'm just thrilled to have you on, and love that you want to come back. So let's make it
Oh,
happen.
we know you are not a smoke blower, Aries. We know that's not you.
I get legit compliments only. I mean it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the vibe.
Well, I
So
appreciate that. Thank
my
you.
pleasure. Thank you for coming on, and I'm excited, and we'll get this. It might take me a couple days to, you know, get it posted, but we'll get it posted as soon as I can.
Don't you worry. All
Yay.
in good time. It'll probably during Mercury is going retrograde in a few days, so
Yes. It is, it's
perfect.
very apparent with how technology's been frustrating the hell out of me. So I might take a little bit of a mini hiatus, but I'll still get this posted. Well, anyway, much love to you, girl. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it so much.
I do too. Thank you.
Good vibes. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Bye.
Bye. All right.